All right, so let's go over how to write notes, create templates, pull in data objects, all that fun stuff that you're going to be using pretty often. I believe in Epic, they are called dot phrases, and in Cerner, I believe it's auto text, so it's pretty much functioning the same. It's going to be a certain code or phrase that pulls in data for this patient automatically. So let's get started by navigating to the Notes tab, and we're going to hit New Note. And this window will pop up asking you which note title are you going to use. And on the bottom, it will also show you if there are consults that are open for this patient that need to be closed out with a certain note title. So this is a collection of our note titles available. It is alphabetical, but is also listed by your service or specialty. So if you work in dermatology, let's say, you can type in derm and all the dermatology note titles will populate. But for this example, let's just do a test note, which is blank. Some of those note titles that we were navigating through before already have a note title or note template associated with it. And some of them are blank, which is why it's really helpful for you to know how to use note templates and health summary objects. So if you use a note title that is not a consult title, this will pop up because there's a pending consult and you need to use a consult note title to close that out. But since we're not trying to close that consult out, let's go ahead and say yes, we still want to use this note title. All right, let's hit OK. And this is a blank note title. So you are pretty much free to free text. All right, and then you can go ahead and use templates. So expand this section and you're going to see two different folders. So the top one is going to be your personal one that no one else can see. And the bottom is the shared templates, which is shared with the whole hospital system. So let's expand shared templates and let me show you how to pull in data objects for one-time use. So let's go over that first. So you'll see that there's a bunch of things you can pull in. So this, you would just have to double click. Oh, and be mindful as to where your cursor is, because let's say I left my cursor in the middle of the word resident and you double click this, it will just automatically populate within there, and then you're going to have to do some editing to fix that error. So make sure your cursor is where you want it to populate. All right, so this is organized by service as well. So if you work in the emergency department and you're a physician, you can pull in the ER labs. If you are aware of what templates your service normally uses. So that's how that's organized. But let me show you something cool, which is the patient data objects folder. So it will pull in all these are like the dot phrases or the auto text. So you can pull in all the allergies for this patient. If you expand demographics, you can put in their um, anything for them and have that available. You can even pull in their email address. You can also pull in labs, so chem panel, etc., etc. So it's rinse and repeat. Just go through folders and pick what you want to populate into your note. However, it's kind of a one-time use thing. Once you sign it, this goes away. You don't know what the code is. So that's pretty much it once you sign it. Now, if you want to create your own customized template for future use, let's say you always want this to pop up whenever you admit a patient. So let's go over that. We're going to go up to options and we're going to edit templates. And the template editor is going to pop up, and on the right side is going to be your personal templates, and on the left side is the shared templates. So this is exactly what I just showed you, except now it's going to show you the code for it. So what you're going to do is you're just going to copy and paste that into your own note template and save it. All right, so let's click on your folder. and we're going to go to action and we're going to create a new template for when you're admitting your patients. So we'll call it that, and let's go back to our patient data objects folder, and we want this to pop up. So we'll go and copy this and go back to our note and paste it in here. Hit enter, and you can put in, let's say, the date and the time, today's date. All right, and then we can put in some labs, and we can, let's do some medications. All right, and then you can pretty much put whatever you want on your admitting note. You can put recommendations, assessment. You can type anything in as you please. You can put in the vitals from the last 2 days. So play around with what you want in your note. So let's leave it at that for now, and we're going to save it. So click apply and hit OK. So now we're going to go back up and we're going to go to our personal templates, and we're going to go to admitting note, which is the template we just created. We're going to double click it, and you'll see that everything populates into your note. And once you're done, just right click and sign your note. And that is how you pull in patient data objects and create your custom templates.